Hi guys, and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, head currency analyst. In this video I'm going to go through the Forex market wrap. We're going to go through those key charts of last week and what we were focusing on the week in general. So there's only two open trades currently, which is Kiwi US dollar and pound Oz, which has just crept back into profit recently. Kiwi dollar has been in profit ever since sort of near the end of last week, and has continued into this week, which we continue to kind of expect a continuation down of that move. In yesterday's video, the last video you saw, we spoke about pound yen and the potential for the market to continue to the upside. We did start seeing that initially, and this was an area where we spoke about in here, where we expected the market to retest and move to the upside. And what we've had is a little bit of a pullback in here. Obviously, there was a change in cycle down here, but that was early hours of the morning or in the Asia session, where typically we want to see, if we're trading the likes of pound yen, we want to be waiting for that European Open. When we did see that European Open, we did see that change in cycle. So you could have looked to go long in here, stops below the low. You would have actually had a 1-to-1 ratio trade in here, and on a Friday, that's a pretty good move. Fridays typically are quite tricky to trade. So yeah, being a Friday, if you were to bank a 1-to-1 there, that would have been brilliant. I still expect a little bit of upside out of this market. It's just at the moment, obviously the daily is in that uptrend, which I like a lot. So I'm expecting that to continue. As long as the 4-hour trend remains up, I'm happy to still look for long positions on pound yen. At the moment, we've kind of got this area here, consolidation. The market's broken out of that recently, so expecting that upside to continue. A lot of our focus this week was on Kiwi. It was on the selling of Kiwi dollar. So if you'd sold Kiwi this week across the majors or across any other kind of currency pairs, you'd have done pretty well. So if we look at sort of Aussie Kiwi, I don't typically trade Aussie Kiwi myself, but look at this daily chart, just continues to push to the upside. Really nice 4-hour trend in here. So if you had just looked at the 4-hour trend this week and just continued to buy the pullbacks, you would have done extremely well going into this week, and even last week would have done really well on that Kiwi weakness. Other charts you could have looked at was obviously Euro Kiwi continuing to push to the upside as well. Again, look at that 4-hour chart, trend continuing to the upside. Pound Kiwi also continuing higher, so we can clearly see the Kiwi is just melting at the moment. The weakness is definitely there. We tried to sell it on a couple of occasions, one on Kiwi CAD on a pullback. We didn't quite get the pullback we wanted to see, but if you just trend traded it on your own, you would have done really well. Kiwi Swiss as well, we were looking for the pullback into these lows, which didn't quite get that, and the markets continued to the downside. Kiwi Yen is the only one that's really kind of holding up at this sort of level still. We've spoke about this level quite often, but this one just through here, I want to see that broken before I start shorting Kiwi Yen, because obviously the yen is quite weak as well, and this is what happens when you get two weak currencies, a nice consolidation pattern, and that's what I don't want to trade. I want to trade the strong against weak currencies, and if there's two weak currencies, you want to stay away from that, because the market will have this kind of whipsawing effect, which you don't want to be involved with. So the best one this week, in my opinion, was Kiwi Swiss and Kiwi dollar. I really like the 4-hour trend through here on Kiwi Swiss. Again, look at the weekly, nice weekly bearish close. Could this continue potentially going through into next week? So Kiwi still really on the cards to look for those short opportunities. Okay, dollar obviously still a big one that we want to be looking at, because there's a potential reversal forming. However, if we look at the likes of euro, for instance, haven't actually seen a change in trend yet. Now, what I'd want to see if I wanted to be a buyer of the dollar here is the market making a new low. So I need to see the market create some kind of low in order to start buying the dollar, especially against the likes of the euro, because euro has remained quite strong against the other major currency pairs. So anything like that would suggest that the dollar strength was coming back through. At the moment, we've just got to sit in our hands, be a little bit careful with the trades we take. Obviously, we looked at dollar yen as well, which did have a decent day going through there, but it double topped and has now kind of broken through some lows. It's just seeing if that will close below. If it doesn't, then the market is likely to continue higher because that 4-hour trend will still be intact. So that could be another one going into next week that we focus on. I like the weekly kind of setup here. I think this is a good one to watch. We just may see a little bit of a pullback into this zone, which we actually pointed out in the video, the dollar yen video going into this week. So if we can see a little bit of a pullback there, potentially there would be a long opportunity in here. So I hope you enjoyed the content this week. I hope you found it useful. I hope you've made lots of profit just from the suggestions of the markets that we make. And if you did, please leave this video a like. Give me a subscribe if you want to see some more trading content. Comment below, how did this week go for you? Yeah, thanks. Cheers.